liquor stores and everything. Marijuana dispensaries, it can be up to, it can be up to 1,000, and that's what planning and zoning. So it just depends on, that's what they recommended or recommend for passage, but the council can pass whatever they want.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because from a committee, it's just a recommendation, and it's not something. So,
We can pass that tonight and determine
Yes.
the distance later.
No, we can, no, we need to put it, we need to determine the distance. I mean, it's one way, either, or you go somewhere in between 1,000 and 0. I mean, that's,
Why would it be any different than any other permit?
Because planning and
I don't
zoning
know.
wanted to dump it in our lap.
yeah, I actually think
Sounds
that was
like-
one of the comments.
No, I mean, that's just say it for what it is.
Yeah.
They wanted to dump it in our lap.
Chief, you said 300 is what?
But
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
they're saying,
Yeah.
right,
300.
300.
what it is on, alcohol
Alcohol and
liquor stores.
It's reasonable to me.
And is the
Yeah.
medical marijuana
Since it's
place that we
legal.
already have, is it within the 300? I mean, is it past the 300?
yes.
Yeah, so I
And well, it's already selling
yeah,
recreation.
so,
So, do we need to make a motion that where it has to be
Make,
at least 300 feet?
make a motion that it be 300 feet, and that would be made part of the ordinance.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
and that
second.
won't affect the one that's already there,
No.
No,
No,
right? No, okay.
I'll second.
Okay.
Would you clarify that again, just one more time? What you're saying?
what I'm saying is that there's a buffer between the dispensary, marijuana dispensary, and schools and churches. The maximum is 1,000 feet. When we passed the original medical dispensary, it was put at 0 feet to treat it as any other business. Now they're going to have comprehensive licenses, and all medical dispensaries automatically get a recreational license, but this will make the buffer 300 feet instead, before the, from the building to the school property. So, first reading, an ordinance amending chapter 400, the zoning code of the municipal code of the city of Kennett, allowing comprehensive medical dispensary facilities in the city.
Motion,
Second.
You have a motion?
first and second?
Yep.
All right, all in favor?
All right.
Opposed? All right,
Second reading is an ordinance amending chapter 400, the zoning code of the municipal code of the city of Kennett, allowing comprehensive marijuana dispensary facilities in the city.
motion, second.
Second.
Roll call.
Yes.
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 There we go. Good, carries. All right. Next, you have approval of the statement of revenue and expenditures.
Motion.
Second?
Yeah, second.
Okay. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Approval of bank balances.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay. Monthly abstract.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right. Mayor's report. As you already heard, the city in the future will be looking at 3 different sales taxes. One's a continuation, one is a new, and one is a need. that it's, which is the safety tax. That when our finance committee meets, when our board meets, we have to go over and look at what is wanted, what is the need, and what is a have to. And just like with Lance brought up tonight, yeah, $18,000 is a lot of money, but it's for protective equipment. Do you want one of our firemen, one of your family members, walking into a fire with outdated equipment that is expired or maybe faulty? Whether it's from the police department, fire department, or street department, these are things that we have to have. There's other things that tear down, break up, get outdated, whether it's a computer, cell phone, or anything else that the city uses, we have to have that. At the last city council meeting, it showed that, you know, we were $84,000 above last year's collections. But as all of us know, a dozen eggs is $4 a dozen. You know, that's not a 25% increase like it is in lumber or concrete. And so, at $84,000, we've already had to withdraw close to, and cut close to $1 million in our budget just to make our budget. So that's why things are put on a have to, want, and a must have. Fire equipment, I would put that definitely in the must have. Protective equipment for the police department is a must have. Computers, things like that. So, finance committee meetings have become longer. Discussions become more important to look at because we have to look at and see what we have, what we expect to come in, and go from there. And, you know, if our sales tax revenue was up as high as inflation is, hey, we'd all be fine, but it's not. So this council works its tail off, just like the fire department. You know, 6 fires, 6 days, those guys are exhausted. And I commend them for the amount of work and the effort that they put in to do that. And so, you know, so it's not easy trying to figure out, you know, what is a have to, what is a want, and what is a need. Wants are easy to move to the side, but a need and a have to, you gotta sit there and it's a hard balance to make. But it's one that this group up here tries their best at doing. So, but with that, we'll go to public comment.
Evening, everybody. I'm Johnny Dalton. I'm a lawyer across the street at Dalton, Maurer and Chittister here in Kennet. And I'd like to comment on the recent events surrounding our trash service and the controversy with the closed meetings. No one ever said your jobs as councilman or mayor were easy. They're not. But in my opinion, you're making those jobs much more difficult for yourselves by not relying on your city attorney, Terry McVeigh. Now, since I'm an attorney, you'd probably expect me to say that, but let me give you 3 examples. Example number 1. You should have asked your city attorney to prepare a request for proposals when you decided to solicit trash bids. That way, both Sharp and Republic and any other bidders would have known exactly how to prepare their bids, and then those bids would have been easier for you as the council to prepare the bids and make a decision. As we all know, that is not what happened. Example number 2. You should have asked your city attorney to check the residence requirements for serving on the Board of Public Works. That way, Tony Parr would have been able to verify if he was qualified before his name was put before the public. You owed Tony that courtesy, and you owed the Board of Public Works that respect. As we all know, that is not what happened. Example number 3. You should have asked Terry for guidance about when to have open meetings and when to have closed meetings. and ask for advice about how to conduct those meetings. Most, if not all, this business should have been conducted out in the open from the beginning. The way it has been forced out into the open has been an unnecessary spectacle. Worse than that, it has been an embarrassment to the city of Kennett. Terry McVeigh is one of the most knowledgeable and experienced city attorneys in the state. He is a rare and valuable resource. Use him. Ask for his advice on these issues. And then listen to what he has to say. That would have saved you a lot of grief over the past few months. That's my opinion. I thank you for your time, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Three, two, one. Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Oh, we got, oh, motion to go in closed.
Did we miss the public comment?
Motion.
I think there
Oh,
may be public comment.
I think I must have slept through the public comment.
Okay.
I totally missed this. But I came back, I'm Carolyn Ellis, this is my husband Charles Ellis, and we had talked a little bit about doing some trash cleanup in, I guess you guys didn't want me to talk trash in this meeting, huh? So we talked about doing some trash cleanup in Ward 1 and then possibly including some of the inroads into the city, you know, coming in from Poplar Bluff, from Haytie, from Rector and Zenith. And so we did have a meeting briefly with Randy just to talk about maybe getting some help with the compost, you know, being able to put some wood and some of the other things there in a